Good morning, my friends. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Yesterday, as I was continuing 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8, it says, "And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins." And Paul the Apostle also says, "And above all these, yes, there is love, hope, and peace, but the greatest of these is love." And it just reminded me, and then I went to Hebrews 13, the 13th chapter, the second verse. It says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." Strangers, bringing them into your homes when you are not even sure of who they are. And it made me remember years ago now, our daughter was about 16 years old and Benjamin was close to 15. And we got a phone call from our secretary, and Miss Sally, and she said, "Jasmine, someone just left a message here. They're calling from the bus station. Their name is Lloyd. They have come from Los Angeles and they want Jennifer to go pick him up and bring him over to our church." And I said, "What?" I said, "Jennifer's only 16. And I said, "Who is this person?" And she said, "I don't know. He was very insistent that he wanted Jennifer to go pick him up." And so we, without Jennifer knowing, of course, found out that he was from a missions in Los Angeles. So Terry, my husband, called the missions and asked them, "Do you know a Lloyd?" And they said, "Oh yeah, he's one of our favorite volunteers." And he said, "Well, he's in Louisiana." And they said, "Oh, we didn't even know he had left." And so then we let Jennifer go. And of course, Benjamin went with him, and Kyle, Benjamin's buddy, and they were together. So they all went to pick up this man. As I came home to get the bedroom ready for a stranger that I didn't know had come to Louisiana, I have to admit, I had a lot of thoughts go through my head. Who is this person? Why is he here? Why are we taking him in, Lord? What if he is this? And what if he is that? And I mean, the enemy was bringing a lot of thoughts. And here it says, "Do not be forgetful to entertain strangers." And this was a stranger. And I started cooking supper. And I remember standing at our table, finishing up setting the table. When they walked in, Jennifer said, "We're home." And she brought this man in, a man maybe close to 70 years old. I wanted to burst out crying because when this man walked into our house, such a peace came in. And he was just so thankful to meet us. And he kept just shaking Terry's hands and shaking my hand and telling the children how excited he is to be here. And so we sat down to dinner, and most of us were not able to eat. We were just watching him, and food coming out of his mouth as he was talking. He was saying, "Can I sing you a song?" And he was singing these old hymns from the El Madjian, that we have a hymn book in Lebanon that we love so much, and all the hymns. And he started singing them as he's eating, and I remember the kids' faces, and I remember my heart just saying, "Who is this person, Lord?" And then he told us of his life, a very, very difficult life he'd had. And he and his mother and these missions in Los Angeles had reached out to him, and now he was a volunteer there because he wanted to help them. And the reason he came to Louisiana was our daughter had gone on a missions trip with the youth group to Los Angeles, to that missions. And when she met him, she told him, "Lloyd, when you come to Louisiana, please come visit us." And so he said, "I wanted to come, and I wanted to visit Jennifer because she told me to come." And so it was just incredible. And then we told him it was Wednesday night, so we went to church. As I was doing the scriptures while Terry was preaching, he was so into my Bible, just reading the scriptures. I was just watching him sitting next to me and thinking, "Who is he, Lord?" And then at night, we were walking back from the parking lot. In the parking lot, it was dark, and he was walking with me, and it was just the two of us. And he said to me, "Can I sing to you one more song?" And I said, "Sure." And as I was crying, he sang one of the hymns that I loved so much growing up. And it was just like the Lord was ministering to our hearts. And when we got into the house, we said, "Here is your room." And he said, no, you need to take me back to the bus station. I have to go to New Orleans, catch the train, and go back. He only came to meet us. And he spent with us tops 4 hours. And I have to say that when we are doing to others, when we're entertaining strangers, they can be like angels unawares, because they will come as messengers of the Lord to minister to us. And one more song he sang to Terry as he was driving him to the bus station. We're sitting in the back, and I was just watching Terry's face. Terry needed to hear that song, and the Lord was so gracious to send someone all the way to come and minister to us as a family and then go back. So this morning, remember, show love, brotherly love, and that is the most important thing. And that's what Peter reminds us. And then in Hebrews 13:2, it says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." Yes, he did not have wings, but he could have been an angel sent by the Lord. Be blessed today.